Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having an amazing day. I am Carl Mason, and I want to welcome you to Love Your Cancer Free Life YouTube channel. I am super excited to be here today to launch this channel and to welcome you to the opportunity to transform your life in the wake of a cancer diagnosis. You know, when people are diagnosed, there's fear, panic, overwhelm, chaos, confusion. It gets really rough, really fast when that diagnosis comes. And most people are swept away into standard of care treatments and got to do chemo and got to do radiation and got to do surgery and got to do it now. And it's a fast moving machine that you're swept up in, and it gets a bit crazy. Can you relate? You know the drill. I was there in 1993, and I know how quickly you can get swept away. I was admitted to the hospital one morning thinking I would just get a pill, and I was 24, 25 years old, and thinking I'd just get a pill and I'd go home and everything would be fine. And an hour or so later, it was a cancer diagnosis, and then by the end of the day, I was having a port implanted, and oh my gosh, the whirlwind of it all was just insane. And I was stuck in that loop for a couple of years, and they were the hardest years of my life and nearly took my life. I remember the day that my oncologist said to me, "I can't do any more treatment. It's killing you faster than the cancer." So that was a pivotal moment in my life, and I'll share more about that later. But I want you to know, I share that because I want you to know that I know where you're at. I've been there. I've done that. I've been in that chaos, that overwhelm, that turmoil. I have been in the system. I have done all the treatments. I've done the surgeries. I've done the radiation. I've done the chemo. I've done all of that. I've also done a natural healing. I've done the work. And I am 30 years, almost 30 years, cancer free. And I want to impart to you the wisdom that I gained, the understanding that I gleaned, the depth of research and knowledge that I've mastered over the last 30 years. I want to impart that to you and give you the opportunities to be an active participant in your healing, not an active participant in your disease. I don't want you to be an active participant in your disease. I want you to be an active participant in your healing. And one of the things that I learned way back in the 90s, it sounds like it was yesterday, but it was 30 years ago. Way back then, one of the things that I learned is it actually starts here. It actually starts here. It's nutrition, supplements, detox, great. They need to be addressed. They need to be implemented correctly. And we'll talk about that correctly. But it begins here. You're not going to do the nutrition, you're not going to do the supplements, you're not going to do the detox correctly if your mind isn't right. And that's the emphasis of Love Your Cancer-Free Life. Getting the mind right. There's a reason that you received a cancer diagnosis. There's a reason why dis-ease occupies your life. There's a reason why this is happening. And it's not for your demise, not for your early demise, not as a death sentence, not as a point of suffering and misery and chaos and overwhelm and all of that. That's not the point of it. There is a message, and the message is change. The message is change. The messenger says, hey, things aren't quite right here. We got to do something different. We've got to do better. We've got to live more authentically. The message of the disease is so important. It's more important than the disease, because when you answer the message, you resolve the disease. It really is that simple, but it's not simple, and you need to learn how to make the changes that the dis-ease is asking of you and requiring of you. And that's the point of Love Your Cancer-Free Life, to empower you to answer the message and to step into, create, allow, and receive the changes that change your body, that change you from a diagnosis to thriving. I'm not up for surviving. I don't want to survive anything. I don't want to survive a hurricane. I don't want to survive cancer. I don't want to survive anything. I want to thrive. I want to thrive. I don't want a I Survive t-shirt for anything. I want a I Thrive t-shirt. And that's what I want for you. I want you to thrive. So as you follow me, we're going to talk about how to become disease-free, how to become the outcome that you desire, how to become cancer-free. In whatever modalities you may use standard of care modalities, you may use only holistic modalities, you may use a little bit of both. Who knows what path we'll ultimately take together as we move along. But through all of that, there's one big key. You've got to become the outcome. And in order to become the outcome that you desire, which is cancer-free, thriving, abundant, all of that, in order to become those outcomes, you have to understand who you are. You have to understand what has happened up here. You have to understand your beliefs, your perceptions, your thinking processes, where all of that comes from, and start to align your life to the truth of who you are. And the more that you do that, the less room there is for dis-ease in your life. And I don't care if the dis-ease is cancer, or if it's a bad marriage, or if it's an abusive parent, or financial lack. You've got to clear this up in order to clear those problems up, those dis-eases up. Cancer came as a messenger. Will you answer the message? That's what Love Your Cancer-Free Life is here to do for you. Help you answer that message. Help you respond to the messenger. And be an active participant and a creator in your recovery, in your healing, in your restoration. There's not a pill, not an IV or a tonic or anything that is going to do it for you. You've got to do it for yourself. You've got to engage the power of your mind, but you have to understand that. You have to understand who you are. You have to understand how to use this in order to empower all the doing that you feel like you must embrace for healing. There's a lot for us to talk about, a lot for us to explore. But the big goal is, the number one resounding goal that I have for you is to understand who you are, to understand the power and the authority that you have over your body, mind, life, and to be in agreement with your spirit for the absolute best life has to offer you. Dis-ease comes as a messenger. Answer the message. Love Your Cancer-Free Life is here to help you do just that and help you become the outcome that you desire. And you can do it. And it doesn't have to be chaos. It doesn't have to be overwhelm. It doesn't have to be fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be suffering. It doesn't have to be an early demise. It doesn't have to be any of that. It can be an opportunity for a transformed you. Do you want that opportunity? Are you ready to take that opportunity? I'm very ready to partner with you, to come alongside you and take that opportunity together, because I know that it is an amazing adventure to take, and I know that the outcome is worth the effort. And you are worth it. You are worth so much more than anyone in this world has ever told you and that you have ever dared to believe. as you rise up into that understanding and become the outcome that you desire through mind, body, spirit connection, aligned, in agreement, synchronized, harmonized, you can heal. That's my message, and I'm really looking forward to taking more and more and more opportunities to inspire and empower you for the healing that you deserve. You weren't born to be sick. You weren't born to suffer. You were born to thrive. You just need to learn how. And I'm here to teach you how. So join me. Join me. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Partner with me in Love Your Cancer-Free Life. And we're going to have an amazing time together on the road to healing and restoration and thriving. Thriving. That's our new t-shirt. Thrivers. Let's create more thrivers. It's an amazing thing to be a thriver. I'm a 30-year thriver, and I want you to be as well. Subscribe now. Hit the like button.